Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Redskins. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you for this one. And Charles, the Ravens, they've done it again. Champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013, but had not won so much as a playoff game since then.
And remember, the franchise moved from Cleveland, but they started as a true fresh franchise. They didn't take the Browns with them. They became the Ravens. That was 1996. Won a Super Bowl over the Giants. Was that Super Bowl 35 in Tampa. They've won it twice overall, trying to win another one. And there's always a trademark when you think about the Ravens, right? The way they play defense, the way they run the football, how tough and hard-nosed they are as an organization. Trying to do it one more time.
Meanwhile, the Redskins, this is a team, to be frank, nobody thought would be here at the start of the year. Even the most diehard of Redskin fans would probably tell you that. But here they are, Charles, looking for what would be the franchise's fourth title in this, their sixth appearance.
And we go back to 1992, the last time that this team won a Super Bowl, and that was Super Bowl 26. That's more than a quarter century ago. They also won Super Bowl 17. Joe Theismann was the quarterback then. John Riggins running the football. The Diesel. But Super Bowl 22 is the one we'll always remember. Doug Williams, the first black starting quarterback in a Super Bowl, also the MVP as they blew away the Denver Broncos. Can they recreate history and raise another Super Bowl trophy? We're about to find out.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second and a yard, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On second down, they'll run with White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got White here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down. From the gun, Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. First carry for Darius Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. On 1st down, this is Geis. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And break, the tight end's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, Geis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Here we go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Jackson's going to try the sneak. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. It's caught. This is White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Jackson now to throw again. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Redskins will go 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins, throw left side complete. It's Richardson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. 79 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Slings this deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the interception by the Redskins deed leads to a touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, this one complete to Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 24-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Going for it all. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Hey.
Jackson throwing again. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 12-yard line. Jackson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Montez Sweat, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the slant.
Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Matt Ioannidis gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's going to be a long day. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. Hey, tight.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a run with Geis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Switch. Mike 51. Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And that's complete to Jeffrey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly... And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 25 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
That's it. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm trying to collect.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because...
You're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up any...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Haskins going to try to throw it. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Geis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the kings of the Super Bowl are the Washington Redskins. They win it, and they will get the Lombardi Trophy. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.